Hello, this is Michael. I'm a storyteller. Tonight, I will tell you a story that will help you relax and have a good sleep. Title: The Whispering Shadows, a bedtime horror story. Asterisk, opening scene. Soft, eerie ambient music plays. The screen is dark, with faint flickering candlelight. Narrator soft, whispery voice. Close your eyes, and let your mind wander into the unknown. Tonight, I will tell you a story that will curl your toes, send shivers down your spine, and yet lull you into a deep, restless sleep. This is not just any story. This is the tale of the Whispering Shadows. A story that begins in a small, forgotten town, where the nights are too long and the silence is never truly silent. Scene transition. The sound of wind howling, leaves rustling, and a distant clock ticking. Narrator. Picture this, a quiet, sleepy town called Black Hollow. The kind of place where everyone knows everyone, and nothing ever happens. Or so they thought. On the edge of town, there stood an old, crumbling house. The locals called it the Hollow House. No one dared to go near it, not even in the daylight. They said the house was alive. They said it whispered. Pause for effect. The music grows slightly louder, then fades. Narrator. One night, a young woman named Clara moved into the Hollow House. She was new to Black Hollow, a stranger to its secrets. The townsfolk warned her, don't go there after dark. Don't listen to the whispers. But Clara was curious, too curious. She laughed off their warnings, thinking they were just superstitious tales. But oh, how wrong she was. Scene transition. The sound of a creaking door and footsteps on wooden floors. Narrator. On her first night, Clara explored the house. The air was thick, heavy, as if the walls were holding their breath. She lit a candle and walked through the dimly lit halls. That's when she heard it, a faint whisper. It was so soft, she almost thought she imagined it. But then it came again, louder this time. A voice calling her name. Clara. Pause. The whisper echoes faintly. Narrator. Her heart raced. She told herself it was just the wind, but deep down, she knew better. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. Clara, come closer. She followed the sound, her candle flickering as she descended into the basement. The air grew colder, the darkness thicker, and then she saw them. Scene transition. A low, ominous hum builds in the background. Narrator. Shadows, but not ordinary shadows. These shadows moved on their own, slithering across the walls like snakes. They twisted and turned, forming shapes, faces, hands, mouths. And they whispered. Oh, how they whispered. We've been waiting for you, Clara. She tried to run, but the shadows surrounded her, their cold tendrils wrapping around her arms, her legs, her throat. Pause. The sound of Clara's muffled screams echoes faintly. Narrator. The next morning, the townsfolk found the Hollow House empty. Clara was gone, as if she had never existed. But if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can still hear the whispers. Clara, Clara. And if you're brave enough to step inside, you might just see the shadows, waiting for their next victim. Scene transition. The music softens, becoming more soothing. Narrator gentler tone. But don't worry, dear listener. You're safe, for now. The shadows can't reach you here, or can they? As you drift off to sleep, pay close attention to the corners of your room. Do the shadows seem darker than usual? Are they moving? Or is it just your imagination? Sleep well, and remember, the whispers are always closer than they seem. Closing scene. The screen fades to black. The sound of faint whispers lingers, then fades into silence. Text on screen. Sweet dreams, if you can. Outro. Soft, eerie music plays as the video ends.